But yeah, like I didn't stream on Sunday because of graduation. Well, that's the excuse I'm giving myself, or I gave myself at the time anyway. Yeah, I think it was because I didn't want to. Yeah, graduation, there wasn't really much to it. I mean, the practice basically went through it, except the ending bit. The ending bit was rough because we didn't go over that. So like, that one was not as structured because we're like, what are we supposed to do? They didn't go over that, especially when we were supposed to leave. I think I talked about it like Friday, but like, yeah, they were going to have us like practice leaving, and then like the one person was like, all right, kindergarten through senior, like line up for picture. And then we took the picture, and then we just ended, I guess. Like, we didn't even practice that all. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, when it came to the actual thing, I don't think we we knew what we were doing. We were just kind of winging it, but like, I kind of remembered what they were saying, and I think we kind of followed that, but I don't think we followed it as it was supposed to go. Because yeah, even like I was talking to my mom about, like, even the parents and everybody was like, are we supposed to go also? Or like, because like, yeah, that ending was like super, it was super wonky, but hey, that's what happens when you don't practice stuff. I guess I can see why it's choreographed, but like, even then though, I feel like it's just like, oh yeah, this is the procedure of what we're doing. Because my problem with it being too choreographed is like, they'll like, oh, you're walking down the aisle too fast, you know? Like, that's the part that like I don't get. Like, I get if you want to do like, okay, yeah, we go in through the hallways, right? Or like we leave like students first down the hallway, like into the cafeteria. Like, I get that, right? Because like that is efficient and actually, yeah, probably the best way to do it without it being like chaos, right? So I get that, but it's just it was weird that we're just like, oh, you're going too fast down the aisle. Like, all right. That's where I'm just like, yeah, I don't think that part needs to be like, we need to care about that part, dude. You know. I am running out of space, so I will remove some VODs. There we go. It's been a minute since I've cleared out some VODs. It seems like they're back to like not taking up that much space, which is interesting. Yeah, because yeah, I just cleared one row and it was 50 gigs, so yeah, it's quite a bit. I swear I didn't have that much. I must have like uninstalled a game or something like that, or like had a game installed before. I think it was Halo or something, because Halo for some reason takes up a ton of space. Like all shooters for some reason, like FPS games, they take up a ton of storage. I think Siege I also downloaded at one point, yeah, and it's not there anymore. Just FPS games in general, man, like they take up so much space. But even like Hitman though, like, and it's kind of a shooter. I mean, there's more to it obviously, but like it has shooting elements. Like, I think it's like not that terribly big. I think it's like 40 or something. I know you could see at some point of it being like, you could sort it by size on Steam, but I don't. Oh wait, I think size on disc. Oh no, it's 76. Okay, no, never mind. It's pretty big. Oh, and Tekken's also 116. Dang, dude, really? That's crazy. Like, I didn't even know Street Fighter 5 was 45, dude. That seemed like a lot. But yeah, that's quite a bit. Yeah, and I guess you can't see unless you installed it. So I have Project Playtime just added because I remember when people were like playing it a little bit. Like, that was like 2022, man, or something like that. Like, it's been a minute. Like, that was for like a week that people played that, dude. Like, not even. It was like 3 days. And then people stopped playing it. I think it's because it had like some weird things. Like, it wasn't perfect, but yeah, like, yeah, I don't think I had too much to say on the graduation. My dad, who I haven't talked to, showed up to it, and my grandma. One of them. that's related to my dad. They showed up, and I got a bunch of money for graduation from my dad's side of the family. So that's kind of neat. It seems like I might be able to start a checking account with that. And we've been talking about like starting it online. And also I asked my mom if I could like look over my resume real quick and then start applying for stuff. So then I can really get the ball rolling, you know? Because it is weird, right? Like, for the first time in my life, I don't have a clear path in front of me. Because like even like the people who are going to college, right? Like they still have that, right? They still have that security, that stability. Maybe not necessarily know what they're majoring in, but like they at least know like, oh, I'm going to college, right? That's where I'm going. I don't have that, right? I'm not going to college, so it's even less like, I'm even less sure. Because like I want this to work out, right? So like I'm gonna give my all on that. I mean, another thing is too, because I messed up on the Filmora thing, because I kept saying it was $40 a month. I don't know where I saw that, but apparently on the website it's listed at $4 a month, which is insanely more affordable and like actually really good. And I don't know where, because like I swear on the Filmora thing itself it was like, oh, $40 a month. And also this thing is like a year, but like even then that wouldn't equal 40. That would have been 48. So I don't know where I got the 40 from, but I swear it was from me opening up Filmora and then like listed it somewhere. But I mean, yeah, that is a lot nicer. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah. Where is it? Because it's saying buy it, but like what is this? Because it doesn't say a month, it's just like a one-time purchase. It says skipping the free trial. But like if you go on the like upgrade and then go onto the website itself, it says $4 an hour or $4 a month. So like I'm very confused on that. Also, I'm not using the AI features, I'm just using it as a video editing thing. Because I want to freaking make clips now, but like I literally can't. Which is annoying. Yeah. Like, I'm so confused what this means, because it just lists $36. Like, that's not saying like a year. Like, you get it for a year. It's not like you get it for a month. It doesn't say anything. It's just... It just lists it. Like, I don't know what that is referring to. I'm just probably gonna buy it off of the website because I think that's gonna be the safest thing. Because I have no idea what it's doing there. Yeah. I did think about it a little bit with like male VTubers, because there was one comment string I saw. It was the one where Miko, I think, was imagining if the Hololive members were male, and someone was like talking about it. And yeah, I think Miko could have the chops of doing it, but like they were essentially saying their point was, I think, one, that male VTubers have it harder than female, and then two, you look for different things in a male streamer than a female one. Which I think if you look at the requirements and like how they listed it, if you go to the Holostars, like, what is it? What is it under? That's the wrong thing. I need the main website. If you look at, like the form, I guess, right? Where it leads into that. Yeah, the audition. Like with Hololive, right? It like harps on like them having a wide array of stuff, and like, yeah, they also are on entertainers and talents that aren't bound to only live streaming. But if you look at like Holostars, right? right? If you go to their website and then you go to their audition, it harps on the fact that they have to be good at gaming, which is very interesting. Now, I'm not sure if these have changed. Like, it still had Guro without her 3D, right? But like, if you go to audition on the Holostars, VTuber group Holostars English is looking for people with streaming experience, gaming, singing, or creative streaming, who are looking to take on the challenge of being a VTuber. Like, yeah, it even straight up says like they look for streaming experience in gaming, singing, like creative. Like they don't even talk about like the entertainer part, where as this does, right? Look forward to the applications of those with determination and passion, as entertainers and talents are not bound to only live streaming. But with Holostars, it says they want people with streaming experience. So like, to an extent, I think it is true. Maybe it's like a company thing, right? Maybe it's not necessarily like viewer, but like, yeah, if you look at the company aspect of it, it's like, yeah, they actually do kind of look for different things. Again, this might not be, I don't know when this was updated. It has Shinri and like Haka and Flayon and Bettel. Yeah, I think this was all of them before freaking was Armus. So this is probably in between Vesper and Desmond leaving and then Armus debuting. So I assume this was what, 2023 then? So this one's more recent. I assume this one is like from like 2021 if it still is Guro's like regular model, like just like her standing there model that all the talents get before they get a 3D. Because I think Myth got their 3 in like 2020. Actually, that was probably early 2022. But still, I think it was probably 2021 when they wrote that, I would assume. Yeah. Like, just from a company-wide thing, like, yes. And I will say from also seeing like Rendon, he actually made a follow-up on it. I do think, from my thoughts on it, is that I think starting out, it doesn't matter. People won't necessarily care. And honestly, I think even if you look at like Shoto and Kuro, I don't think they've really had haters. Maybe they have, I just haven't seen them. But I feel like it's more of a Holostars thing specifically. And obviously, since Cover is like king of VTubing, like the culture of it, like, yeah, I think it's the Holostars themselves that gets more of the brunt of it than male VTubers. I will say, oh, like, there is a cuteness buff for female VTubers, and that is undeniable, right? Like, just look at any Ayame clip, dude. The cuteness buff is real. And like, you're crazy if you're pretending it's not. And like, also, I think that's kind of one of the things that got people into VTubing to begin with, was like, oh, that's cute. You know, like specifically being like, oh, that's cute. You know, like, so it's there. And like, yeah, that's definitely harder, right? As a creator, you don't have that buff, you know? Yeah, like, I think it's a lot more with Holostars themselves than there's actually like male VTubers. And I think they're just kind of in a purgatory. Because also there's a thing where like, if like, say like Callie or someone like that, I saw a clip of her being like a VCR GTA or whatever, and then I remember one of the comments of it being like, oh, but they still don't club of Holostars or whatever. So like, they're just in this weird purgatory of just being like, you know, of all that happening. I think the thing that annoys me the most with them though is like, they're literally in the same company, but people will say that they don't work as hard as Hololive, which I think if that is true, that's just because they don't have as much projects to work on because they aren't as big, right? Like, it's the same reason why ID, I guess you could argue that, right? Because ID also doesn't have the resources sometimes to do stuff. Like, that's what Risu has talked about. It's why they can't do a Gen 4 for IDs, because they don't have the resources for it. So like, I guess if you want to take it that route, sure, but like, I don't think that's a fair way of looking at it at all. You know, like, I think they still work equally as hard. I mean, Altair is like worked his ass off to freaking keep EN like Hollister's Yen around, like dude, he's put up with so much. And it seems like Miyabi's done like a similar thing, because I also saw like, oh yeah, Miyabi doesn't even have a fraction of like Miko's work ethic, and like they list a bunch of other stuff, but like I feel like that's so disrespectful. Just to be like, oh yeah, no, they all have half, like even a fraction of their work ethic. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, why are we like celebrating these people going to burnout? Like, I love that, like, you know, we'll always have these times where people be like burnout or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, you're working too hard, but then like that's seen as a positive also sometimes, and it's just like, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. And also, like, I don't know anything of Miyabi either, right? But like, I would hazard the guess he has a similar work ethic to Miko, right? It's just, again, he's a lot smaller. Yeah, like, it's annoying. That's my main thing. Like, it just seems like there's so many weird, like, it's just so weird, dude. I don't get it. But I do also agree with Rendon, like, if you want to grow, get people who aren't familiar with VTubing, that is probably your best shot. Because oftentimes the one who got you into VTubing is going to be the one that they're going to keep watching. So like, yeah, if you can bring them down the rabbit hole, then yeah, they're going to keep watching you, right? It's like that is important. But like, yeah, like I just don't get the hate, dude. And like, I know it's like not obviously at the level of these other things, but like I feel like you could honestly use some parallels of like minority groups on how they become looked at as less than or whatever, like become like prejudiced against, and like you can apply that to Holostars. Because I think the main issue, and also why it's not an issue anywhere else, is like, so even take like Niji, right? They were all known as Niji Sanji members, right? They were all Niji lifers, right? But with cover, if you're female, you're a Hololive, right? You're a Hololive talent, and if you're a male, you're a Holostar talent, right? There's already like these two groups that are like established, right? Like they're already set differently, but like with Niji, they were just all Niji, you know? And I think not only does it break the barrier of like, oh, like we can stream a lot more, right? And like I don't necessarily blame them early on, right? And I'm sure they didn't even really think about it. Or also like a lot of the streams could be gone, so hey, maybe they did collab a bunch. I wouldn't know. But like I think also from the viewer standpoint, like, yeah, no, they're all the same. They're in the same group, right? Like a lot of that isn't there. I actually don't know the origins of Niji, because obviously Hollow originated with Sora, and like she always wanted to be an idol. So like I guess you can also argue like, oh, it was on an idol upbringing, and that has like, oh yeah, the opposite genders don't collab with each other. But like honestly, I feel like that's just a dumb part of idol culture. Like it's a counterproductive bit, because if you want to make it as good as possible, you'd have the, you know, you take the high vocals of a female with a low of a male, and it could make some cool stuff with it. But whatever. That's just my take on it. Yeah, like I think that was part of it. I think the issue with Holostars and why they always get crapped on is because they're different. Like they're Holostars. They're not Hololive, they're Holostars. If they were all Hololive, then I don't think this would be as big of an issue than it is. And also, like, I get annoyed with the people who are just like, oh, you're just using this chance to promote the Holostars. It's like, yes, because they deserve it. Like, what are we talking about? There's like 3 people who clipped them, you know? Like, compare that with like all the freaking Hololive members that get clips, right? Like, it's crazy. And like that's one of the reasons why Hololive is as big as it is because of clips. Like I think that's the main reason Holostars is as small as it is because there's no clips of them really. There's a reason why Robaru and like Altair are like the most sub to, is because they have the most clips, probably, if I were to guess. or at least like the most popular clips. So yeah, I think that's why they're the most sub to, the most well known. People know about them. They know they exist. Because that's another thing too. Is like, I was watching a Haka clip and one of them was like, "Dude, how have I not known about this dude?" Right? And they're like, "How does nobody know about this dude?" And like, sorry, I'm gonna move this over. But like, I moved the wrong thing over somehow. How did I do that? Oh, did I move the whole thing? That's why. I was like, how did I manage to freaking throw the whole thing over? There we go. I was so confused. Anyway, I need to shuffle these. But yeah, like that was one of the things, like people saw that Haka clip and then one was like, oh yeah, like how have I not seen this dude before, right? And like that's the problem. These dudes don't have any like eyeballs on. They don't have a spotlight shown on them. That's why I did the Aki thing too, is because Aki has very few clips. There's like one clipper, but they clip Holostars and Aki, and it's like, well, it's very, yeah, they're not gonna do well view-wise, you know? Yeah, like, I think that's their main issue. I think if they were on the same echelon, like, as far as popularity as the girls, and I think they could hit that, right? Maybe different audiences, sure, but I think they could hit that. Like, yeah, I don't think this would be here. I think it's because for some reason people just have a problem with people getting a spotlight shone on them and like just really like laissez-faire stuff for some reason. Like, I don't get it. Especially with how like content creation is now. Like, yeah, it's shine a spotlight on the people who like aren't seen as much. There's probably like thousands out there, you know, like not even VTubers, just like channels in general that have like 10k subs or something like that, right? But like they make really good content, you know? Like there's probably like thousands out there, you know? It's like, obviously if you see one that you like, yeah, promote it. Like what are we doing, dude? Like I'm so confused at the people who just like don't like it. Like it's so weird. And also like, yeah, if you're sick of people like promoting Holostars, then support them. Like even if you don't care, like just don't care. Why do you freaking have to like be mad at it? Like I don't get it. It's like when people are like, again, it's not this level, but like similar analogy of just like the civil rights movement of people just being like, God, why are you freaking helping black people, dude? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, Jesus, man. Like, it's so stupid. Hate it. Yeah, I think overall, though, the reason why Holostars is as not as popular as they are is because they don't have collabs. Well, not the collab, but they don't have clips. They don't have clips. They got like 3 people clip them. Well, and also, like, it's also really weird because, like, even on Reddit, I heard, like, they just would not show anything to do with Idol Showdown just because there was references to Holostars in there, which is freaking ridiculous, dude. Like, that's how freaking gatekept Holostars is in the, like, select community, and it's so weird. Like, Holostars is just, like, a group that just has, like, people who just have the biggest hatred for him for, like, no reason. I don't get it. It's so stupid. And like, yeah, I think the thing that sucks about that too is it also probably has put a little pressure on some of the Hololive members too, right? Of being like, oh, well, I don't want this hate, right? Like, immediately, right? That's the thing though, like, you'll just give that one time, because like, I don't know if Shuri's really gotten crapped on it. I haven't seen anything of Shuri, like, having backlash to it since. So like, it's just the initial time, right? And then once that happens, like, who cares? Like, I think there's a reason why, like, yeah, ID doesn't have that at all. It's because pretty much all the members even like will collab with Holostars. So like, yeah, ID doesn't have that culture at all, if I were to guess. Yeah, like the unicorns or like the gachikois, whatever, you know, that's just not a thing that exists. Just as a Westerner, like, it's just something that's so bizarre, right? Just like this sort of like hatred, dude. It's It's so weird. And I just don't get it. Like, dude, one of them was even like, oh yeah, no, girl wouldn't like this. Like, dude, shut up. That's the one good thing about that happening, is I think that one dude is gonna hopefully stop talking about freaking Hollow at least for a little bit. Like, that's the one good thing girl leaving is like, hopefully that'll all stop. But I assume as soon as like the next person leaves or something like that, which, yeah, I hope it's not soon, but I think Ao is still like not recovered though. I think Ao is doing alright. But if I would have to leave because of the anxiety of it all, again, I feel like it would be a different reasoning from everybody else, and it's a thing that sucks, but like, yeah, I don't think it means like anything's wrong in there, you know? Because again, like, freaking, what was I gonna go on about? I forget, but yeah, it's just so dumb. Oh yeah, like so many of them have been in black companies, right? So like if the like company atmosphere is even like kind of bad, and like I think even Callie said that, like if the work environment's even kind of bad, they're leaving. So like it's gonna be super obvious if something's gone wrong. Like super obvious. Like Fubuki said it, Callie said it, like I'm sure many others who are in black companies probably have the same like stance on that, right? Where yeah, if they're even having like a little bit of mistreatment, right, or like noticing a little bit of something going wrong, right, they're out of there. And yeah, if one of those people start leaving, then be like, oh shoot, that's like, maybe there's something going on, but like, yeah, no, that's not happened at all. So yeah. Oh, I guess I did raise my noise gate. I was like, how did I know that being picked up? Yeah, I did raise my noise gate. Yeah. Also, yeah, the NYC mayoral debate's happening, so hopefully Zeron's having a good showing. He was trendy, but it's probably freaking like liberals or whatever. Yeah. I just love the tweet that Zero made. Just, I'm Donald Trump's worst nightmare. Aura, dude. Yeah. Hey, also Zoran's just literally telling other people like, yeah, here's who you should all rank. Zoran's been a citizen longer than JD Vance has been Catholic. That's really good. Yeah. Yeah, LA had a strong showing. I'm sure they're gonna have polls after the debate. I also wonder how many people actually watched it. Probably not many, but I think Hassan was actually starting to get more numbers during it, but also it's Hassan, so I feel like that makes sense. Is the debate still going, or is he? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's still going. I was gonna say he stopped posting like 30 minutes ago. I assumed it was done. Yeah, this is weird though. Twitch is adding like a rewind feature, but only for subs. Like, yeah, it would. That's something that would make more sense for people who aren't subbed, right? So if there's like an ad or something like that, they can rewind and see what happened during the ad. But yeah, no, that's for subs. Like, what is the point of that then? There's no point. Like, sure, I guess if you like had to leave to go do something real quick, I guess, but like, I still don't get it. It would make more sense for freaking people who aren't subbed. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I really hope he's doing it. I also thought this entire time Hakeem Jeffries was like a dude from Texas. No, he was from New York. I got that wrong the entire time. Whoops. I definitely thought he was from Texas. I don't know where I got that, man. I don't know if it was like someone else I thought was like from Texas or what, but yeah, I don't know, man. It is a better showing though, because Zeron was like only on the list. Like, you looked at these pollings, he was only here. Like, Zeron was here, and then he only showed up for like 5th choice. He was like here. Now I think he's actually like, consistently through all these, right? Like, yeah, that is looking pretty good for him. And I hope that debate helped him. I think this went down. Yeah. I mean, I think also a certain 2 people endorsing would help. But I have seen that like people are like, oh yeah, well it does help people know there's an election soon, right? So like it could be that they're waiting until like early voting like starts or is about to start. I feel like you could have at least like said something about it though, you know? Like I feel like going radio silent is maybe the best way of doing that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the freaking donation thing. So I went to it. Went to it. I'm supposed to like sign with a fingerprint, whatever. I did that at first. I don't remember what the first bit was, honestly. I think it was like, yeah, just basically getting your fingerprint set up and like your personal information, right? It's like those Korea players, right? It's like that first tab. That's essentially what we did. So yeah, we did that, and then I went back, looked at my vitals. They actually were good enough to donate. Although I almost had too high of iron, which I don't know how that would have been the case, but I was almost too high for iron. Anyway, did a questionnaire that I was not able to take in because I can't read on the screen, dude. I don't know what it is. At least for the most part, like that's why I need dark mode, man. Is because like I can actually read on the screen, but yeah, when you're just sitting there like looking at a screen and like trying to read it, like I can't do that, man. It's too much. Like with games I can, but like that's because it's not on a white background. When it's on a white background, that's so tough. So yeah, I don't even think I like took in a lot of the stuff that seemed like I should have. Also, like one point, like one of the questions were literally just like, oh yeah, you know how this works? It's like, what? Like, it was crazy. But yeah, I did that, sat at the door, waited for the doctor, and then I went in. They're like, oh, you have any like problems with your heart, lungs? Like, oh, I got heartburn, because there you could answer not sure, so they basically were just going back over once you said not sure on, and I think, yeah, basically just so you can expand on it. So I was like, oh, I got heartburn. And I was like, oh, it happens occasionally. And they're like, oh, have you done any like surgeries? And my mom filled out a post-it of what I'd done, so I was like, I've done these. And then they're like, because it was the thing of going to like my bladder and just seeing if anything was wrong. I was like, there's nothing wrong with kidneys or anything like that. But apparently with something like that, I have to wait 4 months before I can donate. So I have to wait until July 26th before I'm eligible to donate again. Which is fine, because honestly the questionnaire was like scaring me into doing it. It was honestly keeping me from doing it, I'll be honest. Like some of the stuff was like, I'm not a huge fan of that. Yeah. Like honestly, I think I was just gonna do the donation thing, like as a way to just like, hey, it's money, you know, like, but like now I'm actually looking for a job. I don't know if like, and I haven't rescheduled. My mom was like, oh, you can just reschedule like the day after, right? Like the 27th. But like honestly, I'm just waiting. Because like if I have a job and like I'm already like having a pretty steady income, I think I'm just gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm just not gonna do it. Because like that was the main thing. It was like the reason I wanted to is because like I'd have any sort of money at all, right? But yeah, if I get a job, then like I'm not gonna care. So yeah, I couldn't donate. So yeah, I think I already said earlier, but going through with my mom to have her like look over my resume, see if it looks good, and then do some applications. It seems like my best shot here is gonna be like customer service from like remote, because I don't even have a license. Like my mom's like not helping me like drive at all, which like I'm fine with, but like it's kind of like, well, I can really only look for online jobs right now then. Because like my other thing is like, oh, I'd want to work the night shift, right? But like I don't know, my mom's not gonna want to drive me and like wake up and pick me up on the third shift, dude. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna look for remote jobs, and it seems like customer service is gonna be my best shot of like me not having to get like any extra experience or skills and something else. I can just go straight into it, because like that's the main thing I want to do, is just like something I don't have to think about too much, that I can just make any money off of, so I can invest into this. So that's really all I'm looking for. Like if I had my driver's license, I would probably just apply to be a freaking restocker at Walmart, right? Like, and just do that. But again, I can't drive, so customer service seems like it's my best bet. Because like even like the retail stores, like I feel like the online jobs, like you still need like a experience in some stuff, but yeah. Yeah, I think that was most of what I want to talk about. And see, I spent freaking like 40 minutes on it, dude. It was worth not playing Batman Brave and the Bold for. I mean, honestly though, the game is really just kind of... It's way too easy. And like, there's no repercussions for dying, right? Like, like it's literally a stat on like, oh, you did good because you got less, like you died less. Like, it is the most casual of games. Which like, I mean, it's not terrible, right? It's just gonna, you know. And like, I mean, I guess I like easy games, right? Like, I don't really like games that are hard, but I feel like it's a little too easy, right? Like, I think that's kind of why I liked Engage, is because even on easy mode, right, I had to think a little bit, right? I couldn't go completely unga bunga, or else I'd actually lose, right? I'd have to play a little smart. Yeah, like, because like, even like 3 houses like that, all female challenge, like, I could just go completely unga bunga with Byleth and just win, right? Because Byleth was so broken. Just freaking decimate everybody, dude. Just like, all right. And then like half of the units in that playthrough could do freaking nothing. Like Ingrid did like 1 damage. It's like, awesome, dude. That's so cool. Like Hilda also, but that was just because I made her a dancer, which even though you get dancer from having Heim Charm, right? It's not a good fit for Hilda. Ow, my thumb. Yeah, it's not a good fit for it, which is like, it doesn't make any sense. Why even have that as an option? Really cracked my thumb there. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. If she's a terrible fit for it, like why? Like, I don't think there's a good fit for dancer for anybody then. That's the case. Right? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, dude. I feel like I was going so crazy, like, it has actually only been like 40 minutes, because like I was like, oh, it's been 40 minutes, but I was like, oh, it's only been 40 minutes. You know? Like, I could just be sitting there watching freaking how the one game's going, you know, and also apparently this game is supposed to start at 8, like the NHL game, and it's apparently not. It doesn't seem like it has. That's interesting. I don't even know what they'd be like delayed for. Because it's like an indoor rink thing. Yeah. But alright. I should really put like Hitman or something. It's just hopefully when I start actually like being able to stream longer. And I think part of that is gonna be me having more money. I can go from like me talking about all this stuff, right, to then go into something else. But the fact that like I've basically used up half my time, right, like, and it's just like, wow. Yeah, honestly, I'd feel good just like stopping here, you know. I actually did think about it though. What was it? Oh yeah, streaming earlier today and having all this, like, basically what I was talking about here. I streamed earlier in the day, but then I was playing Hoi 4 and I had forgot about it. And also didn't really want to. Yeah, that was what I was thinking of originally, was like streaming like afternoon and then freaking playing Brave and the Bold after that. But again, Brave and the Bold's so eh. I don't know, man. Dude, this guy feels exactly how I am. He's literally talking about, it said pro Pro-Israeli propaganda center and Piers Morgan en masse. If it wasn't for the fact that thousands of children are being starved and slaughtered, watch them turn on each other would be utterly hilarious and entertaining. Alas, nothing is entertaining about genocide. Dude, that is literally how I feel about politics in general. Like, all this stuff would be so funny if it didn't affect actual people. You know, like, if actual people weren't being affected by this stuff. But, oh, they are. So... yeah, like it's freaking crazy, dude. It is nuts. Yeah, just from stuff I've heard though, it does seem like they might succeed in the ethnic cleansing, which is gonna be, that's just awesome, dude. I love that. That's awesome, dude. God. Also, my friend who didn't show up to my graduation, I'll occasionally retweet stuff on Twitter. Yeah, I might end it soon. Because I really got nothing. I'm out, Steve. I did just want to like talk about all that stuff. Yeah. God, I really wish I had like some of the sports games, man. That's something like I wish I had. But my PlayStation's broken. That's where I was playing all my sports games. And also freaking NCAA like college football is not on PC. It might still be going on actually, unless Hassan just like clicked off of it. I don't think you. Oh, yeah, okay, you went back to it, so it's still going. Yeah. It is funny though how many people, because like I'm pretty sure Switch 2 came out today, right? How many people are not streaming Switch 2? It could be though because they don't have one, but I still do find it funny how like all the people I'm playing are like not doing Switch 2 stuff. I mean, Tom technically is, he's playing Deltarune like 3 and 4, but I don't know if it's on the Switch 2. I doubt it, because I feel like of all things, right? Would it be on the Switch 2? I think he did say though he won the lottery on that, like he got the pre-order. And yeah, I think sometimes for pre-order it takes a minute for them to get there. Yeah, I mean, I didn't care because I wasn't gonna have the money to begin with, right? So it's fine, but yeah. Yeah, I think people just see my bio and then follow me. For streamer has absolutely nobody watching him, dude. I think that's probably it. Yeah, they also talk about like you have to start out having like being specialized, and then like once you have an audience is when you can go like variety. Being variety early on is actually really bad. It's like that's awesome, dude. I love that. I guess I should have just kept doing Wii Party bits. I guess yeah, because like that is what gave me momentum, right? Was I kept doing similar stuff to that. I remember when I was making main channel videos, like there was one guy who was like, "Oh, keep the Wii Party stuff going," and then I was like, "Well, I'm scheduling a London Mario Sun like London 2012 video next, so that sucks." And then I posted it, and the person's like, "This isn't it," and I was like, "Ah, yeah, no, that sucks." And I try to boost the algorithm like commenting on my own videos, dude. Jesus, man. I think Venus does have two-step verification on it. I feel like it should. What are we talking about? It literally says it's protected with two-step verification. I guess because my phone number's not on it. Yeah, I guess that's why they're freaking out. Because my phone number's not there. Jesus, man. Whatever. I think this is just selling my data off, but whatever. Whatever, man. Dude, this is literally gusty over here because I never use my number pad. I always will just still use my regular